2006, and we found that only roughly a third of people actually had a will, and that was a matter of real concern to us because people do have much more complicated family arrangements now, and we actually asked people too about their understanding of succession rights on intestacy, and it was quite clear that a lot of people didn't understand what would happen if they died without a will. So we would absolutely urge people to have a will, preferably to have legal advice, but I would say having a will is better than not having one at all in general.
Even if it's a bad will, if you like?
Well, it's a balance, I think. Yeah.
Does Unite have a view on this?
Yeah, we very much believe that will writing should be in the domain of the legal profession, and that's certainly one of the services as a union that we offer our members, and it's done through direct access to a lawyer and to legal services. We would not want to see that type of service being dumbed down, so to speak.
Are there other examples that either of you can give of an area like that which we should be having specific concerns about because of either the complexity or the implication or whatever, if people are giving advice at too low a level, if you like?
I don't have any specific examples of that, but I think if this were to go ahead and the market drives the way forward for legal services, what you will see are specific areas going into that kind of domain where the service is kind of dumbed down, it's opened up to the open market, and the very profitable areas are snapped up to the detriment of the less trendy areas of the legal services.
Thank you.
I think Craig had a point.
Yep. Just again for Sarah, and it was your predecessor organisation, the Scottish Consumer Council, and their evidence to the research working group, they had highlighted this area in particular about wills, trusts and executories, and also employment law, particularly as it affects employees. Their perspective that it should be prioritised for future work. Do you have any suggestions to how the policy of your organisation could be taken forward by improving the draft legislation that we have in front of us?
It's not, obviously the will writer issue was one that's come up at a later stage, and I understand that the Scottish Government just issued a consultation on it just before Christmas, so we haven't had time to consider that in any detail. Clearly there are other issues about claims management companies and others, which again, we don't have any evidence that that's a particular issue in Scotland, but if there is such evidence, we think this is an opportunity to look at some of those issues and include them in the bill.
Again, could I just follow on with another question there, Convener? You're saying you don't have any evidence for making comment in detail in this particular, but can I ask again if there was any evidence from consumers in particular that the changes proposed in this bill are needed? I've put it before, but I'm looking to see whether there was any consultation involvement with consumers of legal services by your organisation. No. Okay, thank you.
Ms Farmer and Mr O'Neill, thank you very much indeed for attending this morning and for giving your evidence so clearly. We're much obliged to you. The committee will suspend for a brief period.